the street, case on the news.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 5.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Ebron caught left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Steelers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And this will be taken at the 13. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 29-yard line. Let's go. 90 Wolf. You must be dreaming. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Break. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yo. Go. Hey, wahoo. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike, 50. Blue draw quarters. Hey, come on. Yo, faster. Kill.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Mike 5-4. Go. Y'all not ready. Deuce. Snap.
He'll look to throw. And he finds your man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, Echo. Hey, lock it. It's 5.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Ready, set.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I got you. Hey, Haywood. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Rock it. Cut up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rudolph. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And the Steelers first down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Too little. Check.
Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
At the Lions 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
General West.
Watch twins.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 37.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He's checking.
22 jet bombers. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53.
Go, Grip.
Now they try the right side here. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check 43. 61, matchbox light.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1, and the Lions will take over.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Swift. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Exit.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A final shot before the break. Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On second down now, it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Jam.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Swift looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Third down and 5.
Watch my board. Hey, orbit. X3. 218. Chop it. Kill. Watch that. Get it.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Go.
Right there, 54, right there. Right there.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Shrugs him off. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check. Crunch. Check.
Buzz. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Tyler Davison. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking sideline, incomplete. Johnson. The intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
Black 20.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Black is on.
A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 5. This will be caught by Brown. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the glass. Watch the glass. Show me.
Alert 3.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting...
And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Like 80.
On first down, McClellan. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. 3rd down here.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
54, right there. 54.
Now back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
Check me out. Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none of it. Give it. Pick up the ball. Sponge.
You're out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Rush in.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
34 yards there and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Short little throw to Ebron.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Roethlisberger to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
58, come on. 58. Easy. Middle.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Lions, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.